we're off to our next shoot. Before we go to this shoot, I want to show you this meeting that I had because it impacted my thought process going into this shoot. I'm here with Erica Stout. She's a local cinematographer based out of San Jose.
San Jose, but I mean San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah.
Kind of what I say.
Really talented cinematographer. She shared with me her journey about how she got to where she's at. It was really cool. She started at a rental house, and from that started getting grip and electric work. And through working at the rental house, because they would be like, people would reach out and they'd be like, hey, do you know any PAs? And they'd be like, yeah, Erica. And then so she built up those skills, and then she switched to cinematography and started PAing there, and then fully embraced DP work.
Yeah.
And it's so cool hearing about that journey. I didn't know that was a path that you could do. So Erica shared that with me today, and just lots of encouraging things. And we met through this YouTube channel, which is pretty cool. So her work is really, really good. I'm gonna put a link to it down in the description. To her website and Instagram, you can hit either one of those up. But she does a lot of documentary work and then commercial work. I think you're a little more focused on documentary.
Yeah, documentary and a lot of like branded content, kind of docu-style commercial work, which is kind of a good combination of doc and getting high rates for commercial stuff. So it's a nice balance. I like, having both of them. So it's like I don't get too bored one way or the other. Figure out what I like to take from and learn from each category.
So, really cool cinematographer here, so check her out. After that meetup, Erica and I kept the conversation going. She showed me a preview for a short documentary that she's planning to release in a few months, and that was beautiful. Then I shared with her the recent bake shop video that I had made, and I asked for some feedback, from some critiques, and she had some excellent ones. She had some really cool feedback on how I could have lit the main interview differently using negative fill. It was brilliant, just using fabric and gaff tape and like taping off this window. It could have given me more of the look that I wanted, which was so cool. I hadn't thought about that, so I really appreciated that. And then she encouraged me to lean into slow-mo more. She's like, I think that could have worked for this video, having more slow-mo shots. And that's really interesting, because I was really torn about whether I should shoot slow-mo for that video or not. And last minute, I decided no slow-mo. And this video that we're shooting today, I've also been torn. I'm like, I don't know, should I shoot slow-mo B-roll or not? I could kind of go either way. I can make a good argument for either way. But after talking to Erica, she's kind of convinced me. So we're gonna at least shoot some of the shots slow-mo. I don't know if I'll shoot all of them. I don't like to overdo it in slow-mo. But I'm gonna lean into it a little bit more. I feel like I've been avoiding slow-mo. So per Erica's encouragement, I'm gonna lean into it a little bit more. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's jump into this video. So we have to park a few blocks away from our shoot location. Thankfully, I was able to unload my whole trunk before having to park, which is great, because I wouldn't want to walk with all my gear and leave it in the car and stuff. But lovely neighborhood. I love these kind of windows in San Francisco. They're beautiful. It's really a pretty city. I have to keep moving my car because parking is so limited in San Francisco. I keep moving it every 2 hours. So far this is a parking spot that I'm barely squeezing into. Hopefully I'm okay. Jeez, it's tricky. Not a lot of parking in this city. Okay, we're here with Sasha, and I'm actually pretty excited about this lighting setup. It's looking like this. We've got a little hair light on here right there, kind of making that little shimmer. And then we got the main key light, but it looks pretty smooth. And then I'm gonna be sitting here, so it's gonna be looking like she's talking to a client. But yeah, ready and go. jumped. You ready?
Yeah.
And let's go. First step. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. Next step. Silly step. Next step. So this is our interview setup. Got some natural light coming from out here. It kind of lines her hair.
Natural light coming from here.
Yep, a lot of natural light coming from there. And then we got the eggshell on here. I think that's what it's called, or the carton, whatever. We've got that kind of narrowing the light on her. And yeah, I think this is gonna work. We've got a guitar in the background and some other objects, so. And that's a wrap on this shoot. Cool getting to shoot with a really artistic person who wants really artistic out there shots. We got to do a lot of that, which was awesome. Excited to see how this video turns out. So we put up a little promo in Sage Bake Shop right here. Talks a little bit about what we do, and then you can grab a business card, and all it has is my website on the back. Super simple. I am loving this setup. Everything is powered from the battery in the back. It has been performing great except for one flaw, and that is this cord. It hangs down so far that it started to catch on things when I'm on shoots, and that's scaring me. I would love to clip it up here, but I can't because that just looks awful for the cord and it's far too tight. I didn't think I could do anything because this is a 2-pin LEMO to a 4-pin right angle high rose, and it was a hard cable to find, and it was the longest I could find. I kind of thought I couldn't do anything, but then I read about this company called Alvin's Cables recently. They're the people who designed that cable, and I read that they'll make you a custom cable if you ask them. So I reached out to them, told them exactly what I wanted, and they sent me this. It cost me $10 more than this cable that I bought from them that was already pre-designed. So, will this fix my trouble? All right, we're screwed on, and check this out. It works, we've got power. So I did a little digging on this right angle cord, and it turns out that this is just their design, that you need to loosen this little bolt if you want to change the angle. So I'm keeping it, I'm not gonna make it too tight so that way I can adjust it later if I want to, but that's basically how it works. You just loosen that bolt and you can change angles. So they actually did get me the right cord here. The only thing they got incorrect with this order is they had this cord facing to the right, and I asked them to match this cord, which faces to the left, but that's not a big deal. It actually is kind of nice having all the cords on one side. So I think this actually fixed our issue. Now when I go in here to focus, I'm not gonna accidentally hit those cords that were there before. So I'm happy with this. Alvin's Cables actually did a pretty good job. They got one little detail wrong, but it's not the biggest deal. I'm sure if I was a little bit more specific with this, they probably would have got it right. But that's pretty cool. For, I think it's $55, you could get a custom cable like that. And it's the exact length I requested. So that's pretty cool. There we go. Solution solved. We're about to meet up with a guy who found me through my YouTube channel. He's a producer and filmmaker. Should be cool. Well, that was a good meeting. This producer had seen my video about shooting in San Francisco, and he was actually really concerned that I was shooting in San Francisco out in public with my whole camera and setup. He said that's very dangerous, and he knows of people who've been robbed, and he's like, San Francisco's a dangerous place. You really do not want to be shooting outside unless you have an armed guard with you in San Francisco. So first of all, he was concerned and just wanted to like put me onto that and just like let me know that that's very dangerous to do in San Francisco, and he really would encourage me not to do that. And then secondly, he just shared with me what his experience has been like getting plugged into the community locally and working with other guys, and that was really cool. He takes a lot of time to follow up with people. Anytime he's on a set, he likes to get everyone's email, and then he'll follow up with them and invite them to coffee, invite them to lunch, and just stay friends with them and see how they're doing and see what projects they're working on. And he's a producer. I can tell he's very thoughtful and thinks through his shoots and tries to bring helpful little things to help the DP and help the gaffer and just help the whole day go smoothly. And so he seems like an awesome guy. I hope we get to work with each other in the future, if I can bring him on a project or he brings me on, whatever. But that was really cool, so I enjoyed that. Today we're going to a venture capitalist event. I got invited to this because I went to a mergers and acquisitions event about a month ago. Became friends with a guy and he invited me to this. So let's give it a shot.
In the history of Silicon Valley, bar none.
For founders to know what their dilution is.
Yeah, I mean, we like to target anywhere between 10 to 20%.
There was a lot of extra food at the event, so I'm walking away with a bunch of Taco Bell tacos and burritos. It was a great event. I really enjoyed it. Hearing just these different business people's thought process was really fascinating. How they approach a business. It's just great mindset. Helpfulness. It's just awesome. Also, the people here were really chill and great to meet with. I met a few startups. One startup was really interested in having my contact info because they said they're looking for a video right now. I met another cinematographer here. I don't know if he's kind of a cinematographer. He seems like he does a lot of corporate work out here. He was cool. He shoots on Red cameras and Panasonic, and we were just nerding out for a little while. And then I got to meet other people who worked with startups, and overall, it was great. I actually get a lot of value of going to these events where business people are at. It's just different from the film industry. People in the business world think differently than filmmakers do, and it's nice to be around people like that. Business card worked great. I was able to hand it out to multiple people. I think I handed out maybe like 5 business cards. That was cool.